Well, you said Young Miami's only talent is pimping men.
That's fact.
And she responded. What was her response?
I forgot what her response is. What did she say?
Hold on, let me look this up. I thought you would already know, but clearly your mental Rolodex is filled up with more important stuff.
I'm into it with so many people.
Let's see. So she went into the comments and said "bati boy."
Oh, yeah.
Which means homosexual in Jamaican slang.
Which I thought was very just ironic. So, first of all,
isn't her best friend?
Case in point. So,
what's his name again?
Saucy Santana.
Saucy Santana. You know, have I ever told you my Saucy Santana story?
What type of story, now, Vlad? What type of story, Vlad?
What type of story? Okay, I'll tell you the story before you go on.
Okay,
just as a side note.
I want to hear this.
As a side note, right? So
he's a dude with the BBL and the beard.
Yes,
this is crazy,
and heels. Right.
Yo, you know what's beef with him? And then I caught myself. It was like, yo, you look stupid. Yo, you know it's one of those, I'm like, yo, if you win, you lose. And I caught myself looking so stupid. I'm like, I'm beefing with the dude with the BBL and the beard. And then I just realized, I'm like, yo, you got it. And I hate to bow out. Actually, let me not even say bow. You got it, brother. Okay? Or
you got it.
I don't know what pronoun he uses or she or whatever.
Well, listen, when we reach out, it's so funny because people try to sometimes clown us when people don't do interviews with us, but we literally reach out to hundreds of people sometimes a month. And, you know, the majority of them either don't respond or they say no or whatever else, but we get enough to actually create a lot of very dope content. So Saucy Santana was starting a bubble. So we reached out to him.
Is
that a pause? A bubble? Yeah. Is a bubble
Saucy
a pause?
Santana, the dude with the PBL.
The bubble.
Oh,
okay, there we go. The bubble. Yeah, okay,
oh, nah.
I get it. Bubble.
I ain't trying to go camera on you, but pause. Like, come on, bro.
Okay, so we reached out to Saucy Santana, not me personally, but my assistant, Kente, reached out to Saucy Santana, and they didn't answer. But then Saucy Santana posted on Twitter, it was like, oh, Vlad TV wants to do an interview with me. I'm scared with all these, like, you know, and I'm like, okay, that's interesting. So it wasn't a diss or anything else like that, but they didn't respond, so the interview didn't happen, right? So I'm in Manhattan, which I'm at on a regular basis, right? Because we're in Manhattan right now. I'm catching an Uber black SUV, and as I'm walking to it, it's like taking a long time because the person in the SUV is taking a long time to get out. And when the person finally gets out, it's Saucy Santana. Saucy Santana just happened to be getting out of the same Uber that I was about to catch.
Yeah.
So I see him over there and I'm like, oh, Saucy, what up? It's Vlad from Vlad TV. He's like, okay. And I'm like, oh yeah, we reached out to do an interview. You still want to do one? And the response was,
really?
And I'm like, yeah, all right, I'm out.
Hey,
it was the most
yo, you see,
like, I didn't even know what to make of it. It was so weird. Hey,
listen, I don't mess with that community. But yo, I'll say this.
Shout out to the gay community. I'm not bashing gay people in the links. I'm just saying this is my interaction with a gay person.
But hear what I'm saying. You can't even really, like, you know what we both think, and like, but you can't say it. Anyway, I'll definitely say this about, like, Caresha, Young Miami. She, like, I believe a lot of black women is why the levels of homophobia is what it is. As soon as those people who usually have gay friends, right? Because, you know, women always say they have a gay best friend. Let them get mad at a straight dude. They'll try to
call him gay.
They'll try to belittle you by calling you gay.
Yes.
It was interesting when Caresha tried to call me gay. She also used a term that apparently is a Florida term for it's like the F word, right? It's P-O-N. I don't want to spell the whole thing, and because I seen her type it to me, and I was like, "What is that?" And they're like, "Oh, that's a derogative term for gay people." So I thought to myself, how could you have disdain or even be using those terms towards those type of people if you love who your best friend happens to be? But then it goes into a lot of deeper issues there. It's a lot of coping. I think these people are genuinely unhappy, honestly. And when I'm talking about these people, I'm talking about like Caresha and them and Saucy Santana. Because if I am A, I would never use a term to describe A to disrespect you unless I thought that term that described A, which I am, is some negative shit. So again, once I seen that, I was just like, you know what, man, God bless those people. And yeah, I mean, she said many dumb things like previously in the past on like social media. She had said some stuff about, it was either about like some colorism issue or some stuff like that, like some old tweets. And it came back up and she kind of like tried to clean it up. So, you know, I only look at that to say, hey, listen, respect your best friend. What you're trying to call me, that's what he is. And if you feel that's a negative thing, you should sit the dude with the BBL down, okay? And talk to him and say, I think you're this, and then y'all could figure it out, okay? Now, in a fight, I got the BBL dude. Pause. Pause. Pause.